6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. We've got a lineup tonight. Still waiting for Martin to potentially make it. I know he's having some problems with his personal life, with the things that goes on that he needs to sort out. So hopefully he gets all that done and he's able to join us because, you know, we need to gloat. It's as simple as that. Welcome to the review of yesterday's game against Manchester City. How are the lads? Evening, everyone. Evening, Gary. Please like, share, subscribe, hype the show after the show because it only works then. Support the channel. Bottom right-hand corner for super chats, all that sort of stuff. You know the crack. Magpies Stew, great to see you. Not seen you in the chat for a little while. I've also been told, apparently, if you unsubscribe and then subscribe again, apparently the notifications show up. It's something to do with the way YouTube have changed their algorithm and stuff like that. It knocked everything out of place, so not too sure what happened there. I think I said Friday, it felt like 3 points incoming, great performance, and it felt like you absolutely did, Gary, to be fair. You called it, and I think all of us pessimistic people were all saying City to win 3-1, so nice when you get one wrong. Sorry, Superfan Dan shaking his head. Yeah, he obviously said something different. I can't remember. God, they're all flying in now. He said 2-2. I was, Les. I am hanging out of my backside after last night. Let's just say that. No camera. You can't see me. You literally can't see me.
All right, I gotta finish.
I can see me.
You've got a black screen.
That's weird. Right. You carry on. I'll go out and come back in.
Good evening, all. Good to see you. No, I said two. I said it was going to be. I called for a 2-2 draw yesterday on TikTok. Looking at my Super Brew picks, I couldn't be more delighted to be wrong. I got a couple of close. I got a couple of not rights. But this result, it just flat out says I was wrong because I said it was going to be 2-2. And I could not be more delighted. We're going to talk about it. It was I felt good going into the match. At the pub yesterday, we had all 5 of the other matches on. There he is. We can see him now.
That happened. That was weird.
We had all 5 earlier matches on at the pub yesterday. The only one anybody was watching was the Liverpool match, and of course, our one Liverpool supporter in the pub was forlorn for the rest of the day. So, but yeah, it was. Let's talk about it. It's. I felt good. Yeah, it was. I just felt good going into the match. Looking at the starting 11. I was sitting there. I was thrilled to see Fabs back in the center with Chow. I thought that was going to be a good matchup. Delighted to see Tino and Lewis Hall return to the starting 11. It just all around. I was a little bit nervous that our underperforming middle 3 were in the starting 11, but I was like, this is the day for them to step it up, and they did. That's all I can. Where do you want to start, Baz?
It was great. Well, we've got a lot of people to bring in as well, to be fair.
Okay.
Martin still hasn't turned up yet, which is a bit of a shame. I know he's got things going.
He's got stuff going on. So,
So first of all, that's what we get to talk about. Obviously, just got to show that picture again. The one thing I really want to highlight is this, though. This was This was Man City fans, not Martin, because Martin was very honest when he came on the Look Ahead show, saying he says it's going to be a difficult game. It's not going to be easy. But there was a lot of Man City fans just thought they were going to turn up and win yesterday, and that was that. There, Newcastle defense won't know what hit them today. Well, yeah. First of all, Scott, how are you doing?
Yo, all right, lads.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, man.
We got Mo as well. How's Mo?
There's Mo.
In a
Oh,
while.
lads, all right. Not too
Very
bad
good,
yourselves.
mate. Yeah, good man. We've got
Good.
Bronson, who was at the game.
Hey, bro.
And then the award-winning, two-time award-winning, who sleeps with his awards, we've got Sparky.
Hey, evening, fellas.
Evening.
It feels more like a fans forum, to be honest.
Now wait a minute. Seeing Brosnan, I know that chair, Baz. We've done a show from that
that's
chair.
the one hotel, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I had to come to my parents' hotel because mine didn't have a lobby, and I thought I can't go on a bed.
I can barely hear you, Brosnan.
Yeah. Are your earphones connected properly?
Yeah, check it. Check to make sure that the microphone part is set to your headphones.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
That's a bit
perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, we've been in that hotel before.
we did a draw. What is this show called? Yeah, we did a
Look ahead,
preview.
wasn't it?
We did a look ahead from there. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no.
So we had to be careful though, because we didn't want to. We had to ask that the music got turned down in that section of the lobby.
Yeah.
So we didn't get demonetized. So there you go. Good to see all of you lads.
I was very demanding that day, wasn't I? Right. Where do we start? Now, personally, the lineup. Let's talk about the lineup, because I was shocked. But then when you hear that apparently Trippier had an injury, there was only one man to fill his place, and that was Tino having to come back earlier than expected. Lewis Hall in the side because of Dan Burns' suspension, but Lewis Hall should never be dropped from that team. But he won't be. He's superb. Joe Linton back in straight away after potentially a nasty injury, they said, against Brentford, but obviously it wasn't. Harvey Barnes keeps his place. Murphy keeps his place. Baltimore back after his international exploits, scored 3 goals, didn't he, in 2 games or something like that?
Yep.
I mean, Dan, were you surprised to see Tino?
I was surprised to see Tino, and honestly, we were sitting at the pub looking at the starting 11, going, "Where's Trips? He's not even on the bench. What's going on there?" We hadn't seen the news that he had apparently injured his hamstring in training yesterday, and we hadn't seen that until about 20 minutes before the match. Only because we were paying attention to. You stop. No, I was just I was happy to see Tino in the side. I will be honest and say I didn't pay attention to J7's shin pads to see if they were regulation size in the match yesterday. I wasn't really too worried about it. I just wanted him to have a good performance, and he did. I was again in the lead up before the panel joined. I said I was happy to see Fabian Schär restored to the starting 11. Sure, I was happy to see Lewis Hall, of course. We've been dying for that from the start for a couple of weeks now. But Baz, we've also been saying for a couple of weeks, we have not yet seen our best starting 11. And I still don't think yesterday was our best starting 11. And judging from a certain individual, a certain number 9's exploits in the team tunnel yesterday, and his celebrations at the end of the match, I'm thinking he's really excited to get into this side. Young
100%.
Wissa.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see him soon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So no, I was surprised to see Tino, only because I hadn't gotten the Trippier news. Again, I'm hoping that we spend in January just a little bit so that we don't see the likes of John Ruddy on the bench again. This naming 2 keepers to the bench thing is doing my head in.
I thought those days were gone.
I did too. I was ecstatic to see Sean Neve on the bench. I obviously the confidence is being shown in the young man. for him to continually be named onto the bench. Alex Murphy as well. I was feeling pretty confident yesterday of the draw. I said on any given Saturday, there's a chance for a performance, and yesterday was our chance to put in a performance. I'm just glad it was a better performance than I was expecting.
There's Martin's on his way. He's not happy about the referee. Bronson, I want to come to you because you were at the game. What was the atmosphere like building up to the start of the match?
Absolutely bothered by it, honestly. Yeah, it was just so good. Everyone was up for it. 5:30 kickoff, I think, helped. Lights on. It's dark outside. Everyone's buzzing. Everyone's had a good day. Everyone's sort of waited for that moment the whole day. It's not like you're 3:00 and then, you're then going out after. You've already been out the whole day, and then you're going to watch again. Sort of, it's as we got the win, it's sort of the cherry on the cake, really, for me. So yeah, I love 5:30 kickoff when we win, obviously. But yeah, the atmosphere is absolutely electric. Just every time we got the ball, like it don't matter who got the ball really, especially like Barnes. As soon as he got the ball, sort of everyone was up on their feet. They knew something was going to happen. It was a bit like it reminded me a bit like when Alan Maxman used to play for us. He just knew something was going to happen. So yeah, and apologies if you can't really hear me. My voice is gone.
I love it. More will go into the game. Straight from kickoff, we saw that the intensity was back, the aggression was back, and within 26 seconds, we should have been 1-0 up in my eyes. And this, we'll come to the next one later on. But Harvey Barnes, the chance falls to him because J7's done brilliantly to intercept the ball. Barnes just has a first-time shot, but it was weak. And a lot of people say it came too soon in the game. I personally don't believe in that because of the way they practice the shots at the start of the game. They're warmed up enough.
Just getting warmed up.
So it was a bit disappointing to see you miss that, but it showed the intent, didn't it, on how we were going to play.
Yeah. He made up for it as well in the second half, didn't he, Harvey Barnes? I think we probably should have had about 4 or 5 goals in the first half, but then it was one of them games where we always go into the intensity is always there at the start. It's just not put the chances away, and I thought it was going to be another one again yesterday, but no, we made up for it. I made up for Harvey Barnes, to be honest, because I think he's come in. He's had his critics, hasn't he? So it's good that he's got a couple of goals, and he can try and go from there.
Yeah, I just still can't believe he missed that first chance, to be fair.
It was offside though, wasn't it?
No, the first one wasn't.
The second one.
No, we're just talking about the first one to start with. We're going to go through all the little bits of it. But the first one was within 26 seconds. Yeah. And for me, he should have scored.
Great teams score them, though, don't they? That's the thing. They could be game changers, them.
Yeah,
exactly. Thanks, Dan, man. Love that. Thank you very much for that. Sparky, but missing that chance, and football is one of those cruel games. After we missed that within 2 minutes, Nick Pope gave us all a heart attack, running out when I couldn't believe what I was seeing, to be honest with you, because I've watched Man City recently, and they like to give Haaland that space to run into, and we give him that, and he ran onto that through ball. And when I saw Pope chasing out 10 yards outside his box, I was like, that's it, game over. He's going to get sent off. And luckily he didn't. And Haaland tried, I don't know what he was trying to do. It's not a finish he normally goes for, especially from that distance. He tried to lob the keeper and it just drifted out wide. But that was a big warning sign. It could have been 1-1 after 3 minutes. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And to be totally honest, that ball that got supplied through to Haaland, it just absolutely slid through Newcastle defence like butter, So, I'm glad. When I see Nick Pope coming out, I'm just thinking, oh my God, here we go again.
It had Liverpool wrote all over it again, didn't it?
Yep.
It had Liverpool wrote all over it again.
Oh, yep. Mate. But he's done the business, and do you know what it is? He proved why he was Newcastle United's number 1 all over again. So, happy days.
I don't know about that. I was having a heart attack.
I will say that I was surprised to see Nick Pope in the side again. I know it's been 2 weeks since a concussion, but at the same time he landed awkwardly, and let's just say that Aaron Ramsdale didn't put in a bad performance given the situation he was put
he
under.
never has in
When
it.
he stepped on. No. So I was hoping that give Nick a couple more games to get rested up, get in form, but more self-consciously when you land on your head like that. I mean, it's gotta do your head in a bit. And I realize I've now just put in 3 cliches in a row, but I was just hoping that that Ramsdale could get a chance now to get a run in the side, prove that he's if the rumors of trying to make his loan permanent come in January, there's been talk about that.
I'd love to see him made permanent.
I would like to see him get more minutes in order to justify that. There are a lot of people who are just shrugging their shoulders going, yeah, but he's on loan. So that's why we got him on loan. We got him on loan so that he was giving Nick some competition in that area. And this would have given Nick the opportunity to take a rest. He's done well this season. He's done fantastically well in the Champions League. Just give him a break. But alas, that's not what happened.
Starts on Tuesday as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure.
Nick Pope won't lose the jersey now. I thought you had an excellent game yesterday, but
He kept us in it, to be fair, as well.
But I think Dan's right, though. I mean, you look at Ramsdale's performance against Spurs in the Cup, did absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And then when he came on against Brentford, he had to try and save a penalty for his first action. It's not very nice to be able to walk into that situation. And again, he did nothing wrong. But Pope is the main man, and that's the way Eddie Howe sees it, and that's just what we have to get used to, I guess, as much as we don't agree with it. Martin!
Why, I'm Martin.
Evening.
Short.
I thought the ref would be on here tonight. You not brought the ref on?
No. We used all our money in the brown paper bag in the tunnel.
Yeah, you're damn right.
We couldn't afford to
offered
get
more than us. Offered more than us, didn't you?
Before we get back into the action, I just want to. There was obviously I was on Martin's show earlier this afternoon, 5:00. Great chat again as always, and there was something that popped up in that conversation. One I wanted to bring to Martin's attention as well. We did it himself on his show, but we'll talk about it on this one. I thought a lot of not you, obviously, because we spoke about it. You said it was going to be a very difficult game and, all that sort of stuff. But a lot of your fan base thought they were just going to turn up and win yesterday.
Yeah. I said it'd be a tough. I thought we'd win. Thought it'd be a tough game, though.
Yeah.
Many thought we're going to go up there and stick 4 or 5 past. I think that's what's caused the meltdown a little bit within our fan base. All the rubbish is out now. Haaland's crap, Foden's crap, Pep out, blah, blah, blah. You know what it's like. If you're not top of the league, this is what happens.
Well, I mean,
some people are just babies.
And I know we banter a lot, but I have told you several times, and Ed several times, and all the Man City fans several times, Haaland doesn't score against Newcastle.
Well, he should have done yesterday, but he should have done twice.
He should have done plenty of times in the past in other games as well, but he just doesn't. He just one goal since he joined City. One goal since he joined City, which I find crazy for someone who scores so many goals.
Yeah.
But it just shows you how good our defense is as well. That's the way I like to see it.
But Braz, we can see you talking, but we can't hear you again.
Can you hear me now?
That's fair.
These bloody AirPods through my head.
Then he went away again. Put your finger up to your ear again.
No?
Yes. You're gonna have to go like this for the rest of the show.
Yeah, you're gonna
Bruno.
I don't think I can do 12 celebrations in a minute, though.
That's better. Anyway, back to the action. We obviously spoke about Haaland's chance. We spoke about Harvey Barnes' chance. The even bigger chance comes to Nick Voltemada. One of the things that I mentioned on Martin's show early on is our tactics changed a little bit. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we had one winger staying out on the touchline, and we had the other winger on the left-hand side, Harvey Barnes, being very central. And that is how we created that opening for Murphy to swing a lovely ball in. And how Voltemada has missed. I know it's a great save from the keeper, don't get me wrong. But for me, when the ball's coming in from the right-hand side and he's trying to flick it into the left-hand corner, that to me is someone who doesn't head the ball very often and scores with his head, because an Alan Shearer would have planted that straight back where it came from into the near corner instead of trying to go across. It's a lot harder to flick the ball into a corner than it is to fully smash it into the near corner. I don't think the keeper would have saved it. He got a great hand to it, but that was the moment, when we missed that chance. I was like, uh-oh. It's going to be we've had two massive chances, and when you're playing against a team like City or an Arsenal or a Chelsea, you've got to take those chances, and that was a bit frustrating for me. What did you make of the chance, Dan?
I've said this a couple of times this season. Jacob Murphy does not get the credit that he deserves. He has been fantastic when he's had his opportunities. His crosses have been pinpoint. We've said many times that the Rat is not doing well at his new club because the iPhone changed owners, but the Charger stayed at Newcastle. It was a splendid cross. I thought Big Nick took his chance well. He's up against Donnarumma, and he was a fantastic keeper in his own right. There's a reason why Man City brought him in at the same time. They brought in Trafford, thinking Ederson was leaving. They brought in Trafford. They brought in Donnarumma because Trafford's not ready for the Prem yet. You're right. I think it was a case of a big lad that doesn't score often with his head and still getting that technique down. You're absolutely right. If Worrell had been on it, he would have put it right back into the near post. Again, we were just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
That said, I think Les says it in the comments. I think we were getting, at that point in the match, we were still getting used to having both Lewis Hall and Tino back on the pitch again. We're getting warmed up. I think Nick hasn't had many opportunities to play with both of them. And I think having all of those chances created for him, I think that was just the first one that got laid out for him. There is another header from Big Nick later that we could talk about that was spot on. So no, like I said, I think it was that opportunity was just getting warmed up.
Yeah. And then moves. I mean, like I said to Martin, this was like a basketball game in the first half. It was literally end to end. I thought City had a lot more of the ball, and we wanted them to have more of the ball because we changed our tactics, and City changed their tactics a little bit as well because they've been more of a transition team this season. But they created a great chance again. Doku, I think he was always going to be the danger man. He dribbled past a couple and cut it back to Haaland. And again, I mean, it wasn't a massive chance. It was, he had a defender on him as well, but it was I think he fired it straight at Pope. So it wasn't a massive chance, but it was like, here we go again. Doku's starting to make a bit of inroads. And then Foden has the one that was, and again, should it have been a penalty? Which obviously Martin is going to say 100% yes. Which he's entitled to, because I think, to be honest with you, when Foden got his shot off and he missed, I thought, all right. Then when Shaw went right through him, I thought, we're in trouble here. And if they look at this, they could potentially give a penalty because he's just took him out. And anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick. So, Martin, you can obviously feel very aggrieved by that.
It's a penalty. Listen, I'm not in a moan. Sometimes you get them, sometimes referees don't go for them. Here's what it was. It was a stonewall penalty. There's nowhere in the rules does it say the ball has to have gone. And
I
that's
agree
in
with
the
that.
FAB.
Yeah.
So, like you said, anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick and a yellow card.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
He was a
We
little
didn't
bit
get it.
late. He was trying to block the ball, but he caught his foot. I was literally shitting it. I turned to my mate at the pub. I just went, we're in trouble here. This goes to VAR.
I don't understand that. I don't get how it wasn't. I don't know what they've even discussed. I'd love to know. But, apparently I've got to do a Liverpool or an Arsenal now and write to PGMOL to get a reason, which we're not going to do. It is what it is. It's one of them. Results go for you. We got one last week. We didn't get two yesterday. It is what it is. Swings and roundabouts. That's football.
I mean, I remember the one that we didn't get when Fraser got wiped out in the box by your goalkeeper off the ball when he was nowhere near it and just play on. I was like, what? So, it comes around. It's supposed to even themselves out at the end of the season. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but there you go. Sorry. Scott, you were going to say something?
I just think if that was up the other end, we'd want it.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought, we're in trouble here. That's a penalty. So I do think we got away with one there. I think Fab Shah was a very lucky man.
Yeah, I do agree with that one, unfortunately. But then we get another great chance. I can't remember which one came first. Did Harvey Barnes come first or did Voltemaiders come first?
I thought it was Barnes first and then Voltemaid.
Yeah, it was Barnes first, wasn't it? And this is where we were very clever with our play because it looked tight. And again, you shouldn't be offside if he was offside when he misses this. But the ball gets played over the top. Murphy plays a perfect cross across the box. And there's Barnes at the back post. Should score. I'm sorry. You can't miss them. And that's when I tweeted out saying that is why Gordon is a better player than Barnes. Because when you missed that chance, I've seen Gordon eat them up left, right, and centre twice this season. One against Barcelona and one against Benfica. You have to be scoring that chance. So that was a criminal miss for me. Sparky, your take on it?
Yeah, so I mean, for Harvey Barnes, he should have had a couple from the off, really, shouldn't he? And then, as I say, when like Jacob Murphy played that ball in as the charge that does, another fantastic game for Jacob last night. And Harvey Barnes should have 100% been finishing in that. Lucky for us, Geordie's, he did do the business about 5-10 minutes after that.
That was longer than that, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're talking about the first half still. We didn't.
Still the first half. I thought you were on about the chance. I thought you were on about the miss in the second half before the goal, man.
No.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, Harvey Barnes in the first half, he should have had 15 goals. Goals.
Should have had 2 in the first half.
He's got to be killing them off, though.
Yeah, you've got to at the back post like that. You've got to kill it off.
I had flashbacks from Barcelona. Because he literally missed like an identical chance. I know the keeper saved it, but it's literally 90% exactly the same, just other than the keeper saved it. Another one.
Yeah, and this is it. This is why my brain was thinking, oh my God, we're missing these chances. And again, another one comes as well. More Voltemaida gets slipped through beautifully through the middle of the Man City defence. He's one-on-one with Donnarumma, and he's bottled it in my eyes. He's hit it straight at Donnarumma. And again, that is meat and drink for any striker. And I saw him slam them away for Germany when he was on international duty. And it just, I don't know how he hasn't missed it. The keeper saved it, but for me,
good save.
It was
a great save.
It was too close to him.
I think Donnarumma.
He was too close to him as well. Yeah, he's got to bury them as well.
Got to go across goal, personally.
Yeah. But more
Donnarumma's not missed many one-on-ones this year, Baz. Every one-on-one he's faced is actually saved.
I know.
There was one at Brentford that went one-on-one. The trouble is with Donnarumma, you don't realise the size of the fella till you're up close with him. He's an absolute monster.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but
I was just behind the goal and I thought, oh my! I literally, when I was watching him warm up, and he was literally like, he was saving them and obviously not catching everything. But when he was palming them, they were going to the edge of the box, and I said to this young bloke, I feel they're really in trouble. Like, I don't think we'll be able to score today. Like, I was just seeing how far he's palming them, and I thought, if he palms them, we might get the rebound, but they're so far away. Luckily enough, it was in the warm-up and not the actual game.
Yeah, I don't think there is a rule anymore with that, Blade. It was a penalty, and it would be a free kick anywhere else on the pitch. Sorry, more back to you for the chance as well. Do you agree?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, the size of the keeper, he's a massive keeper as well. But yeah, any other day he's putting it away, isn't he? He does it for Germany, did it for his old club and stuff. And I think, I don't know, he had a couple of chances, and I thought, like, I don't know if it was a nervous thing or what, but side of the keeper, and it's in the goal, in the back of the net. But I had some chances, but just couldn't put them away. But then we're going back to the Harvey Barnes situation. I could have tapped that in. Do you know what I mean? It was one of them where it was probably easier to miss than it is to score. Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
he just needed a full foot on it, and he would have scored. It's crazy. Martin, I don't know if you remember this one. Obviously, I pointed it out to you on your show, but for me, Foden should have scored as well. That was another one of those heart-sinking moments when that ball got squared to him inside the box, 12 yards out, and he side foots it. I mean, he's going for the corner, which is the right thing to do, but he's sliced across it, so it's curled away from the post, and it's only gone half a yard wide. But for me, again, Foden's quality, you expect that to be buried, don't you?
Well, you say, for me, the Haaland one was the easier chance. Because I'm looking at the difference in player. Haaland's 4 yards out?
Yeah, we had a defender on him, and it was...
Yeah, it don't matter. Not for Haaland. That's meat and drink for Haaland, that. Meat and drink. Haaland's been doing that every single game this season. Every game this season, they hit the back of the net. Actually, the Haaland one was an easier one than, because it was an instinctive save by Pope, great save.
Yeah.
The Foden ones, like you said, I think he's just caught it wrong.
Yeah.
I know everyone said, "Oh well, it's dead easy," and I keep saying, "We'll put you in that position and see if you slot it in that easy." Everyone
100%.
goes, "It's easy." It's not that easy. It's like earlier someone said, "It's a tap in." No, it really isn't.
No, he opened his hip up, and the technique was correct. He got a bad touch on it, and it went wide. Yep.
You can always tell when you're talking to people who has and has not played the game when they come out with these comments. You really can't, because 10, 12 yards out is not a tap-in.
No, I mean,
I was saying penalties are tap-in. This is what we're doing now.
Should be scoring penalties, though, as well, to me, personally. But it's not a tap-in, but for me, the quality of the player, the chance when it came to him, he didn't have any defenders around him. He wasn't in any rush. He wasn't pressured. All he had to do was open his body up and catch it right, and it was going in the bottom corner. And he just
that's what you just said. He has to catch it right, and he's just like you said. He's probably put a bit too much swerve on it, a bit, spinning it, whatever, and it's just gone a yard wide. And it is, he didn't have a particularly great game, but like you said, that first half could have been 3-0 to Newcastle or 3-0 to City or 3 each. Yeah. It was literally just one end to one end and one end to one end. I thought Doku was really a problem in the first half, but we'll get to, you sort of nullified that at half time. Tactics.
Yeah, I was very pleased with the way we handled things, to be fair. And that was probably the end of the first half. I can't think of any more clear-cut chances or what it was. But when we went in at 0-0, I thought, City are going to come out and improve in the second half, and we're going to be in danger. We haven't took our quality chances that we had, and I thought it's going to be, we could probably struggle to make more. How wrong was I? But as you mentioned, Doku was having a good game in that first half. He got a lot of space on his own down the left-hand side. He was causing us problems. Every time he got the ball, I was wincing. I was just like, don't give him that much time. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? And as you mentioned, when we came back out in the second half, we started to double up on him. The midfield was more compact to give him less space to be able to do his work. And it kind of forced him inside a little bit. And that's not his game, is it? to you? Martin?
No, it's actually I actually got more forced out wide, which was the problem because I thought you compacted the midfield out. Hence why there was this big moan about why no Mamouche and why Bob and Savinio, because the only space we had was out wide. When you're coming inside into the midfield, it was just traffic. I thought Eddie Howe got his tactics spot on. I thought, like I said, from when we do it Thursday, Friday, we sort of swapped roles. We went back to possession base and you went into transition. And it didn't suit, it suited you. It didn't suit us all of a sudden. We looked very lightweight.
Stagnated again. Bit too pedestrian with your passing.
No, because I don't think we played bad. I don't think we did enough to deserve the win. I think we played too good to lose. I thought a draw would have been a fair result. I don't know many, especially with you lot, will disagree with that, but I thought a draw would have been a fair result. I honestly believe we weren't. We played far worse in away games this year. Far worse. There's been games where we've not created that many gilt-edged chances. We just haven't. Brighton's one. Well, Brighton we did. Villa, we were awful at Villa. Villa was 100 times worse than that yesterday.
Interesting. I'm going to show you a stat after we've talked about the action to say why we deserve to win the game. So I know you won't agree with it, but I agree with it. And I think everyone else on the panel agrees with it as well. What were you going to say, Bronson? You've got to put your hands on your earphones for us to hear you, though. What were you going to say? Yeah.
I was going to say, like he said, I don't think they played bad. I think if they were playing against sort of a lower position, they would have probably beaten 3-4-0. They weren't sort of playing against a team that with our quality, but unfortunately, obviously they were. But yeah, if they were playing against someone else and played like that, they would have probably got a good result and stuff. They would have been happy. But
it's a fair point. And definitely. Let's talk about the goals, because that was mainly the second half for me, to be fair. The first goal I thought was just absolutely
Here we go.
What, the first goal was superb?
No, sorry, I thought, no, carry on. Get your first one out of the way. We'll come to your second one shortly.
Gee, you have to talk about, the first one was superb, though, the way that we literally, and this is where I said Eddie Howe got his tactics right, with Harvey Barnes being more central than being out on the left wing, and keeping Murphy out on the right wing as an outlet. And that was how we used them. And it all starts with J7 playing a lovely ball into Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes of a sort of a 1-2 with Bruno. He slides it to him on the edge of the box and he just side foots it perfectly into the bottom corner. And like Sparky said before, it was like a knife through butter through the Man City defence. And I thought it was no more than we deserved. I thought we deserved to go ahead at that point. Scott, your thoughts on the goal?
I think it's the best I've seen J7 play for a long time.
Yes.
He started really well, started the move off, and Harvey Barnes, to be fair, he finished off the hardest chance that he'd got.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
But that's what he's like.
Yeah. He's got to bury the easier ones, though, but luckily he was up to the task. Fantastic first goal.
Yeah, it was a great finish. Sparky?
Run out words to say about Harvey Barnes. Like, as you know, me, Bars, I absolutely love him. One of the Jordan experiences, case studies as well on his move up to Newcastle in the northeast. So we've got big love for Harvey Barnes, and I just thought that bit of play with Bruno, I thought, like, obviously, I'm sure Bruno got tucked down, and then Harvey Barnes just whacked it in the corner.
Yeah.
Nothing more I can say. It was just absolutely amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Goal of the month contender. Let's go.
Yeah. Dan, the pleasing thing about it is that we've seen a lot of those plays, but no end product on the end of it, because we
100%.
always run into a defender or we don't play the right pass. I was personally screaming at the TV, say, get it out wide. And then suddenly it was in the middle. Boom, 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 bang. I was just like, wow.
Some of the finished them off. Yeah.
No, I was about to say the same thing, Scott. Yeah, we've had many of those chances, and we've either put it directly at the keeper, or it's gone off the post, or the player just got the foot under it and didn't get it over the ball enough, and it goes over the crossbar. We just haven't had any luck in that regard. And this one was just brilliantly.
The frustrating thing is when we play, we can actually play. We can play some really liquid football and some beautiful football. But when we're bad, we're really bad.
It was a wonderful team goal, that one. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was well worked. It was worth it. I thought the result, the goal itself was worth the effort. In that,
it was worth the mission.
Yep.
Bronson, what was the crowd like when the goal went in? Was it relief? Was it just pure elation?
I think we were waiting for it. Like as soon as it hit the net, I think everyone sort of. I don't know how to describe it. Like we were all just waiting for that moment, like just the net to bulge. Everyone was just so relieved. Everyone just got up. Everyone obviously celebrating and stuff. But yeah, I think we did deserve it. But yeah, I think more relief than anything. I think. Obviously there's 20 minutes till, or sort of 20, 25 minutes till the end of the game. It's not like it's last minute winner. We know we're still got a job to do, but I think getting that first goal was a massive boost for us.
Oh, 100%.
I think if they got the first goal, it could have been a different story. But we.
Like I said, the start of the first 2-3 minutes could have decided that game very early. If we'd scored early, we know we would have sat back. If they had scored early, our heads could have gone down. And it just worked out perfectly how it did, I think. More your thoughts on the goal? That's probably one of the best goals we've scored this season.
Yeah, definitely. Going back to it, the 1-2 with Bruno, and he just placed it in the corner. It was nice. He got that perfectly, touched that perfectly, and then it just back in the net. Great goal.
It was so quick.
It was. I wasn't expecting it really. I think it was just one of them. We'll play it, and I think we're going back to that. Yeah, they normally just play it wide and it's right, get the ball in and stuff. But the way it worked out, it just kind of came and it was like, right, it's in the back of the net. Brilliant. So yeah.
It reminded me a bit of the Barcelona goal in a way as well. The way they played through the middle, then they went out wide and crossed it into Gordon. It was just the slickness of the goal was just so nice to see. I think Martin's back now, but it was very short lived. Because City getting equalised, I think it was within a few minutes. It was 5 minutes, I think, maximum or something like that, 3 minutes. And it comes from a corner. And this is where we said on Martin Show a lot. I think football, a lot of it's gone back to the 80s sort of style. Get everyone in the mixer, put the ball into the box, win the second ball. You got a chance of scoring. And that's exactly what City did. The ball fell to Ruben Diaz, who just smashed it goalwards. With that many bodies in front of Pope, he's not going to be able to see it. Goes through Shaw's legs and it's in the back of the net. And that's when you sink and you think, Jesus, we've just got ourselves ahead. And now City have just scored and now they're going to have their tails up. So, Martin, you must have been thinking, we've got that one. We're going to go on and win the game now.
Yeah, no, I did. I certainly thought we were quite dangerous in corners yesterday, which is something we've not been all season. We had a lot of them, but I think you're right. The game's going back to the way it was in the 90s. It's going back to physicality now and power and pace and everything. But no, Ruben Diaz gets up, smashes one. Could have gone anywhere, believe it or not, the way he hits it. But luckily, feels like we landed in the net. And I actually thought we'd go on and get the winner from that point. But carry on. Are we getting to the cartoon? Are we getting to the cartoon bit yet?
We're getting to the cartoon bit now, mate. We'll jump onto our winner. I mean, we are now starting to get better at corners and free kicks. I don't know if you've noticed that. I think the setup in the box is better. But again, it doesn't matter how many times you practice it. If you do not get the delivery right, you are not going to score goals from set pieces. And the ball that we swung in was dangerous. It was cleared off the line. It almost went straight in. It came out to Murphy, who clips a beautiful ball to the back post. And this is where I've been very critical of our tall players in the past. When that ball's clipped to the back post, they've gone to try and score with the head. from a silly angle, and it's just impossible. And it's always about keeping it alive, which is exactly what they did. They headed it back cross goal. Harvey Barnes somehow controls it down. It bounces up nicely, and he does a bit of a Bruno scorpion kick against Southampton and pops it into the back of the net. Obviously, you're going to be complaining about Bruno, who heads the ball off the crossbar for the ball to get down to him. And the lines are a little bit... First of all, Martin, you don't think the lines have been drawn from the right place, do you? It's supposed to be the armpit, not the sleeve.
Well, for a start off, exactly. And for a start off, for some reason on their cartoon version, Ruben Diaz is jumping. Ruben Diaz's feet don't leave the floor, so I don't know where they've got him jumping from. Don't know where they've got his feet off the ground.
They just moved him up in the air to make it easier to draw the line.
but my God.
I don't know the answer, Martin. It's as simple as that, basically.
It is what it is. Like I said, they go for you, they don't. They go for you, they don't go for you. We got one last week that many said we shouldn't have got. Went against us this week. It is what it is. One thing we don't do, I'm not going to moan about it. I'll have a whinge for 10 minutes and we move on. It is what it is. Like swings and roundabouts. Hopefully we get one next week then, or in a few games' time. It is what it is.
Well,
every club has. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. So I wasn't expecting to turn around in 1 week. Give us a bit of grace. But apparently we pay all the referees, is what I get told. It's not that. It was the line. And then when you look at it properly, and people have started doing the actual lines, Bruno's foot it's marginal, but his foot is ahead. I don't get where they've suddenly drawn the lines from, because next week they'll do another game and they'll draw the lines completely different again.
It's all about
why is it taking 5 minutes?
Well, it shouldn't, should it?
They were not sure yesterday. And then to start off with, when they give the goal, they showed no lines. There was no lines. The lines came 10 minutes later. Right. So it's as though they've gone, well, we'll do it. We're not sure. And then we'll do it and then we'll show it later. It is what it is. But this is why I think VAR is not as great as everyone thinks it is. But it is what it is. You move on.
Well, it is. It is what it is. I think the lines, they're always there when they're doing it at Stockley Park. They've always got the lines on it. It's just whether you see what they're doing. That's the difference. It takes a while for those images to potentially come through. So we never see what they're doing until later on.
Is it just me? I thought for some reason after controversial decisions like that, and it goes to VAR, I thought the referee had to announce it, or is it just certain decisions?
I thought so too. I'm with you, Brosnan.
Only if he
goes to change his decision. Yeah, it's only if he changes his decision.
It's only if he goes to the screen. If you watch them decisions, or when he goes to the screen.
I see. I was so confused. And people around me, we were like, "Are we going to hear anything?" Like we were all waiting, for the ref to announce something. Just didn't.
Now, as soon as he gives the goal, that's it. You don't need to announce anything. You just need to get on with it.
Malik Chow's handball as well. I thought he had to announce, they've sort of had a look in it.
But again, they didn't change the decision, so they didn't need to announce it. So that's the way of it. And for me, I know, Martin, you think it's a handball. I don't think it is. I think he's too close to him. The ball's hit at him, and he's also got his arms.
Yeah.
Which one? No, the handball. No, I don't know. That wasn't an handball.
Oh, right. I thought you said it was.
No, my issue was on the pull back on him. Right. So he does have a little tug. Yeah. But was it enough for a penalty? I'm not 100% sure. I think too many penalties are very soft nowadays. Yes, funnily enough, we've only had one penalty this season anyway, and that was against Liverpool. We've actually had we've had one penalty all season.
That's probably a good thing, because Haaland doesn't score them very often, does he?
No, because he's generally scoring open goals.
He missed one in the Champions League, didn't he?
Yeah.
Sure he did. No, I did. Right, now this is the reason why I think the result was fair. Look away, Martin. Big chances created. I mean, we're talking big chances here. You created 3, we created 5. Now we can talk about other potential chances that were big or on our opinion, but this goes off facts and how easy the chance is when it's created. So this is why I think we deserve to win the game. Yes, you had more shots, but you didn't have as many on target, and we created the better chances. So if we'd finished all ours and you finished all yours, we would probably still be 2 goals ahead by the end of the day.
I still think that's subjective.
It can be, but
what's classed as a big chance? It depends who's on the end of it. It's like we just said with the Foden Haaland one. I think the Haaland one's easier because of who's on the end of it.
Yeah. But they might have counted that as one of your 3 big chances. I don't know. But there you go. I mean, we've got 5 big chances there, but I think we created 6 or 7. But that's
like the Haaland one for me. Is it? Yeah, exactly. The Haaland one for me, when Pope early on comes out of goal.
Yeah.
For Haaland, that's a big chance. The Foden one, a big chance. I still think the Bernardo one, as much as the Cherky one when it comes out. It depends what you're classing as a big chance, and who. For me, it's who's on the end of it.
Yeah.
If it's Ruben Diaz, then for me it's not a big chance because it's Ruben Diaz or John Stones. Yeah. If it's Phil Foden or Erling Haaland, there's a different subject to it.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, and like I say, when Haaland gets a chance. Because of who he is, you might elevate that chance higher because he's on the end of it and somebody else is on the end of it.
It's probability in it. The probability of it goes up.
And I think this is what this goes off. This goes off like the XG of the chance. So when you're one-on-one with a goalkeeper like Voldemort was, that is probably, like a 9 times out of 10, the striker's going to score. So you would class that as a big chance. Do you know what I mean? So that's how.
At the end of the day, Baz, Eddie Howe got his tactics spot on. Second half, he was absolutely spot on. And I know many will come out, but the one thing I will say is I don't think enough City fans gave Newcastle enough credit yesterday. There was many who thought we were going to go up there, stick 4 or 5 past it, and just rock on. I think many got a little bit carried away about recent form, which I get. You won 6 out of 7. You're flying. You're scoring goals. You're not conceding. And then yesterday, it was the changing tactics that was the biggest thing. Of why did we go back to the slow progressive football when for the last 6 games we've been playing on transition and destroying everyone in front of us? That was the thing. Now that is partly down to Pep and partly down to Eddie Howe. And I think you've got to give Newcastle the credit for that. And I don't think enough people have.
Yeah, I think a lot of people looked at our league, in your fan base, looked at our league table position and went, well, the 14th, it's an easy win. They didn't see
you saw it an hour ago. Talk about crybabies. We're not top of the league. We're 7 points behind. The league's over. Even though we've come back from 10 points behind and 8 points behind.
You have. I think it's going to be difficult this year. Last quick talking point. Eddie Howe, that was his 100th win as Newcastle boss. I think that's absolutely incredible. And it's the first time he's beaten Pep. So, like I've always said, loads of probability. There's always a break in the chain at some point. And yesterday was it. Just, I think, in general, in every competition. I think
we played them in the Carabao Cup a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's just in the league then, yeah, because we beat them at St James's Park and won the Carabao Cup. So, yeah, in the league, I think it was like 19th attempt. Something silly like that. Obviously, this is including
Bournemouth.
Yeah,
including Bournemouth. It was his 19th attempt. Yep.
Yeah, 19th attempt to do it. So congratulations to Eddie Howe. He fully deserves the accolades.
So why don't you tell your panel what you told me earlier?
What did I tell you? Come on, actually, you have to remind me now.
You were too busy playing Lego.
I was.
I've never seen a grown man be so happy with Lego. But anyway.
I was helping my son build these little Mario things.
No, that was the excuse, honestly. Baz was into it more than his own son. His son kept going away.
No, he's got ants in his pants, that boy. Go on.
No, in all fairness, it was there was a touch. I'll be honest. I think City went up there. The fan base went up there with a touch of arrogance, a little bit about us yesterday, and I think we got bit. But you did say, is Eddie Howe the predecessor to Pep?
Oh, that was on your show, wasn't it? Not today. That was
No. You mentioned it today as well. You said that you just have Eddie Howe over. Now I get it. Listen, it's one win, and Eddie Howe was spot on. The thing is for Newcastle, you've now got to follow it up at Everton next week.
Yes,
because that's what we've just done. There's no point. We've just beat Liverpool, and then we got beaten this week. It's the follow-up result now.
Yeah,
you've got to keep that momentum going. And your away record is like, that's what we've got to do. At the moment, both clubs' away record is not great at the moment.
Right.
We seem to both be suffering away from our home grounds.
Yeah, I think that's 6 wins on the bounce at St James's Park. 6 in a row now, which is a phenomenal record. But then if you're losing, not just in general, six wins, that's including 2 Champions League wins as well, I believe. Or was it 3 Champions League and 3... Premier League? I can't quite remember, but I know it's six on the bounce, basically. It only takes us to 14th. You've got to use your head again. Remember, Bronson, I can't hear you.
I was going to say there must be a Carabao Cup in there as well.
Yeah.
Yes, the Spurs game as well, yeah. So, I mean, basically, our home form is absolutely fantastic. Our away form is absolutely shocking. We lost 3 away, and I think we've drawn 3, haven't we? Something silly like that. But that only takes us to 14th in the league with 15 points. But again, when you look at it, we're only 7 points off City now. We're only 6 points off Villa, who got a great win today away to Leeds. And we're only 5 points off Crystal Palace.
Yep.
So, you know, it's
got to go and beat Everton.
We go and beat Everton, and you're going to be climbing that league. If you can put 5 games together, say win 4, draw 1, you know, you're going to be climbing that table. And we're back in there.
Every single game for the rest of the season, as long as we beat the dirt.
Yeah, as long as we go in with that intensity, that aggression, you know, and the will to win a football game, we've got a great chance of winning. And there's no international break until March now, which I think is going to be a big help for us. It has hindered us. I mean, this one came at the right time, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it gave Eddie a good chance to sit down with his players and thrash things out and work out the best way to beat City, and they did it. So
now we just need to concentrate on keeping everybody fit.
That is the big one.
Volmada thing's a worry, though, isn't it? Because we're using him more than we'd probably like to.
Well, if you can keep everyone fit, can you let us know what the
what the secret is?
What that magic is? Because Jesus, the amount of injuries we've had this season.
If we figure that, Martin, if we figure that out, we're going to bottle it. We're going to sell it, and we've solved any PSR problems, SCR problems, any of those problems for the rest of our careers.
Yeah.
So we'll say this, Baz. First time, I think I said it on mine earlier. First time this season we actually missed Rodra. We really did miss Rodra yesterday.
Fair enough.
And believe it or not, City have had 16 injuries so far this season. We've only played 12 games. We've had 16 injuries. So if you can give us what that magic is to keep him fit, please tell me.
Reminds us of 2 years ago, doesn't it, when we were terrible with injuries? The last question.
We've got more depth. We've got more depth now. So
we have.
Not enough, but we've got more. Yep.
Especially when we've got 2 keepers on the bench. Dan, I'll let you answer that one. I mean, I was a bit surprised you took Doku off. Were you surprised? There's a question from Ed that I'd said I'd go back to.
I thought it was a misstep for Pep. He was obviously their most creative outlet. And I don't think that was Pep throwing up the white flag at that point. I think he was looking to change up his formation a little bit, inject a little bit more creativity in there. But I think Doku was the wrong player to sub off. Wouldn't you agree, Martin?
No, I thought Doku. I thought you managed him well second half, and I thought he was going down blind alleys because of the space, the compactness in the middle. I think that's why he brought as much as everyone moaned about it, why he's brought Bob and Savinio on was to get the ball wide, and he didn't bring Mamouche on. Trouble is, Mamouche gets his joy through the middle, not out. And even when you put Mamouche wide, he wants to come inside. If that whole area is compact and like you did, you were blocking up all the areas. There was nowhere for Mamouche to go unless you took Haaland off. So I understood the Savinio Bob. The trouble is, Savinio, it was 10 minutes to go. That's the biggest criticism to Pep so far is he needs to change the game quicker. He needs to bring, for me, I don't think a player can do a lot in 10 minutes. I don't think 10, 12 minutes is enough for a player to do anything in a game.
No, you get lucky, don't you, sometimes?
It takes them 5 minutes to warm up to it, yeah. And, you know, you've now seen the trouble is with Bob and Savinio, they're so inexperienced. This is why I think Bob needs a loan somewhere. Bob needs to go and play football because he's not going to get better playing 10 minutes every game. He's going to go nowhere with that. I'm talking about a Norwegian international here.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. You know, the Reinders won, but the trouble is every City fan would have picked our 11 before the game. And then everyone after the game goes into retrospective and says, we should have brought on Reinders. We should have done this, should have done that. Nobody had Mamouche or Reinders anywhere near our 11 before the game. The one I was most disappointed in, everyone's going on about Foden. I don't know what you thought about Cherky, but I thought he was invisible again. Now, again, he's new to the league. He's coming to it. He's still a young lad. He's brand new in the league. But that's 2 games on the bounce where he's been ineffective.
Martin, to be fair, it's Thanksgiving week coming up this week, and Cherky was a turkey yesterday.
Oh, man. I like it. Good one. Well, I mean, we're obviously buzzing. It's not often you get a chance to beat Man City as a Dan.
Give us this one, okay? Come on, just we're ecstatic. We moved up 1 place from 15th to 14th. Let us have that, for crying out loud. No, I posted this the social media. The club's social media account shared something on Instagram earlier. It's just a slow-mo of the cross from Murphy, you know, what Martin is calling the cartoon show. But if you watch, it's just, again, Murphy's delivery, Big Nick's header back across goal, which we've been calling for several weeks now. You know, I specifically called out Bruno's commitment to get to the header. It was like the Leicester City one in that one where, you know, he was just putting everything into it. He was prepared to go crash it into the post if that's what it took in order to get it on frame. I am just thrilled that Harvey Barnes' first touch with the ball coming off the crossbar and then his wherewithal to change up his leg. I'm still looking at it. It looks like a pretzel. I'm trying to figure out how he got it. And then somehow it was like playing hacky sack or something. And I was just, let us have it. Jesus Christ, just let us have it. We beat City for the first time in 19 attempts for Eddie. You know, it's Man City had it was Martin. Just give us this one.
but Dan, I have. At the end of the day, is you were more determined in the biggest part of the area of the pitch than me. Yeah, and I've said that. I've said Newcastle was spot on. Yeah, I'm one of the few. I've given Newcastle the flowers. The problem is, can you just put Adam's comment up for a minute? Sorry, 'cause this is a major gripe.
Which one? Where is it?
And I know Adam. This is the major gripe that I've got.
That one.
Yeah. Just read that out for me, Baz.
So the standards, it is a club that needs to back up the treble season. Back up to the treble season. Are you talking about the standards of the team and the way that you played, or is he talking about you should be winning the treble again?
This is the fight I'm having at the minute. If the treble is your expectation, then what's the dream?
Right.
Yeah.
This
Quadruple, I guess.
is, I said at the time, the treble was a curse and a blessing. It's the best thing, and this is something for your fan base to realise moving forward. This is what happens. You win a treble, and then that becomes, the treble was special. And you fight to a treble, you get to a treble, you work to a treble. Everything has to go for you in a treble season. And people forget, we were bang average till February. Bang average. If you remember, we got beat by Spurs, the 1-1-5 dropped, and then we drew at Forest. And everyone went into meltdown. And then we went on and we won a treble. Treble is something you just go into. You don't. I get expectations are high, but they can also be too high. And this is where the arrogance comes in, because now, well, we should win here, there, and everywhere. I get it. But sometimes on the day, a team can play and want it more than you. And you hold your hands up and you go, know what? Fair play. They wanted it more. And I don't mean wanted it more as in our players company ours. You fought harder in midfield than us. You deserved it. I'm not going to sit here and say you didn't, because I'm Manchester City. It annoys me when you hear this. We're Manchester City. We're Real Madrid. It's arrogance beyond arrogance.
Yeah.
And I think as a fan base, I think we've lost a little bit of humbleness.
Yeah. And then you get a lot of new fans.
That was just my gripe.
No,
Adam's not a new fan. He's not a new fan. I get that is the expectation.
Yeah. But you have got that in your new fan base now as well, though, haven't you? They have just seen winning and winning and winning and winning and winning and expect that to keep on happening. And sometimes it's just not realistic. You know,
that's why two's been done in 36 years.
Exactly. There you go. Great point.
If a treble was that easy, everybody could be doing it.
Everyone would be doing it.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Love it. God, we're back on. The channel's not back on Tuesday, but Newcastle are back in action on Tuesday night. We've got Marseille away, and then we've got Everton away, which everyone says we need to follow up on. So, might be doing something on Thursday night. I don't know yet. I'll let you guys know. I think you seem to win each game. Yeah, take every game as it comes is probably the best way to do
which is the way Eddie has been prophesizing all season long. Is we're not looking that far forward. We're looking at the next game in the schedule, and I think that's the right approach. Obviously. Yeah,
exactly. And very quickly, man of the matches, Dan.
For me, I can't stop talking about Malik Chow. Malik Chow has just been stupendous. Malik Chow. When he took the ball off Haaland, I just went, yes, get in. We had 3 Man City supporters in the pub yesterday, and we had, I think the longest serving Toon supporter. I've got 3 converts that were in with me as well. But it was a good feeling to see that kind of a tackle, and that for me that just reiterated how determined we were to put in a good performance yesterday. So for me, it was Malik Chow.
Yeah, the Bobby Moore tackle was unbelievable. Yep. Scotty?
I'm going to go Malik Chow as well. Even though Harvey Barnes got 2, I think the defensive work from Malik Chow has been outstanding all season. What a pickup. What
30 million.
Yeah, steal, bargain.
Absolute bargain. Sparky?
Yeah, once again, for me, it is Malik Chow. I mean, to be totally honest, he was going one-on-one against Haaland, and he was just absolutely dominating him every single time. He was fast, he was alert, he was strong, he was committed. And I thought, like, obviously, we're Shaw coming back in. I was just like, that's a nice, is it going to work? And it just worked absolutely perfect. So for me, as much as I would love to give it a Harvey for the match winning and things like that, I think I'm giving it a Malik Chow for his back end performance in getting us over the line and keeping Haaland in his pocket.
Yeah, I mean, stopping Man City from scoring 2-3 goals is a very difficult thing to do. Just ask the rest of the Premier League. So, Bronson, man of the match.
I hope you can hear me. I'll go with Barnes. I think you can't not give it to him. He won the game for us. Simple as that. Without him, we wouldn't have won the game. But sort of honourable mentions, obviously Malik Chow. I thought Lewis Hall was.
Yeah.
I didn't think he put a foot wrong personally.
Oh, he's outstanding. I love it. Lewis Hall and Tina, one of the reasons why we played so well yesterday.
And everyone had a brilliant game, but Barnes scored one, someone else scored one. I would have given it to Lewis Hall, but I can't not give it to Barnes.
Yeah. Going with the goal scorers. The good old days. Mo?
I'm going to go Bruno. I think it
Yeah.
was all over the place. And, well, the chances that we got the goals from were kind of created with him being involved in it. So it was just brilliant yesterday all over the pitch, wasn't he? So for me, Bruno.
That's a great comment. Is it Barnes or Mac Barnes now? Obviously, Scotland want to potentially nick him for the World Cup. And if I was Harvey Barnes, you should do it. Because he's not going to get a chance.
Yeah,
he's not going to get another chance, is he? So he's not going to get.
I think we should rest for us.
He won't. Well, yeah. For a selfish point of view, don't go. For Newcastle, don't go. But for Harvey Barnes, yeah, I think he should go. To be fair, my man the match, probably Bruno. I thought Bruno was a gladiator yesterday. I thought he was superb. Drove us forward. You know, his reaction at the end when the referee blew the whistle was just priceless. And the way that he celebrated with the referee as well, because obviously Martin's not very happy about that.
I thought the way I
also going to celebrate with the ref.
I think the way he handled Pep was pretty admirable as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The aftermath. Martin, do you have a man of the match for your side, or do you want to give it to a Newcastle player?
No, I'll probably give it Donnarumma for us.
Donnarumma, yeah.
Thought Lewis Hall was very good. Thought Livramento was very good. Not bad for his rehearsal.
I knew he was going to
rehearsal. Not bad for that. Has Livramento signed that contract yet? Oh dear. Anyway,
Hands off him.
I love it. Right, thank you everyone for joining. As always, Mo, Bronson, Sparky, Scott, Dan, as always. Absolutely.
Hey, we'll do this all again when you come to the Stade de Etihad.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Look, we all know what's going to happen when we go to your ground, Martin.
Yeah, because revenge is sweet, Baz. Don't worry. We've got this all to come again. Don't you worry.
Hey, we've won one. We could lose one. It's a tie for the season.
I know. Enjoy your open top bus parade. We beat Man City trophy. I know. Enjoy it.
Nah, you're not that special, Martin. We're just going to enjoy the 3 points.
Clearly, we're not that special. My God, you thought you won the Champions League.
No, we just won 3 points, mate. We just happy we finally won a game again.
Yep.
Right. Thank you, everyone. See you again soon. Ta-da!
Yeah, lad.